I like that one better. All right. How are you? I'm here. It's been a little while. I need to, because I don't know how to do this. I need to take a minute and see if I can share this on the old Twitter. And once I do that, we can start. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. They said live on YouTube. Oh no, bunch of exclamation points. How about live now? Live now. And then, see, there's got to be a way that I can do this before it's out. So now people will be coming in. Hi, there's Mr. Jones. How are you? Got my Gold Boy t-shirt. All right, we're all excited. It's Players Week. I've been working hard last couple of days. Not gonna lie. I don't know why I decided to put so much effort in this week. This is a throwback. This is a throwback to a couple of years ago where it consumed me. So I don't know how healthy this is, but hey, Steve, how are you? Good to see you. I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to get some stuff out. Now, I don't have any notes. I know you're surprised to hear that. I do got coffee, though, so should have plenty of energy. I have it on a little bit different angle, but lighting's good. Sounds like you can hear me, so that's good. Let people know I'm here. So let me just talk about this. Last year at the Players, I had Cameron Smith, and I won the week. I won first place. Now I don't think I had Cameron Smith as my one and done pick. Let's look that up real fast. Last year, 2022, I had Victor Hovland, who finished T9. I did not take Cameron Smith. I wonder why that is. I may have thought he was cursed, but he was on my DraftKings team, and I kind of got lucky. I did kind of get lucky because of the massive weather disaster that happened last year. I happened to have 5 guys on the right side of the draw. The only guy that wasn't on the right side of the draw was Jason Kokrak, and somehow I got him through, and I ended up winning the week. I was pretty happy about that. I won my own trophy ball. Okay. So I'm the man. And this is, big time players. They show up in big time tournaments. Right? Right. So, we could talk about the Giants a little bit later, Mr. Jones. I'm not happy about it. But the thing we'll talk about it later. All right. So what do I want to do? I have no organization, no order. I don't know if that's something you prefer, or you rather I know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what I should do here. I suppose. Okay. I'm doing well so far in the one and done. Let's start with that. I'm sitting in 99th place, which I'm happy about. I hit Scotty Scheffler at the Waste Management. Thank you very much. I had Kyle Morikawa at Riviera, who I think finished T4, T5, something like that. And I had Rory, who finished T2 at Bay Hill. So at those big money events, I've had a win, a second, and a top 5. And that's why I'm sitting where I am. Now the Players is $4 million to the winner. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of scratch. So I really want to have the winner this week. Obviously, I haven't used Rahm yet. I have used Rory and Scheffler. There's still some other good players available. Don't love Rahm in Florida. of all the places he wins, he seems to. I don't know. I don't want him to win. I would feel icky. I would feel icky if I took Rahm this week, try to get that $4 million. I don't want that. I don't want to win that way. I'm a man of principle. F that guy. I hope he misses the cut. So, you know what? We can just go. So, one and done is very important. I haven't been great in DraftKings this year. Not gonna lie. I've had some okay weeks. I haven't had any really good ones. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see if we've had a decent. What's been our best DraftKings week? At the Amex, I finished 9th. That was a notable top 10. Phoenix, I finished 8th. Okay. Notable top 10. I was 21st last week. So I've been either really bad or average. Well, I got 2 top 10s and a lot of miscuts. So I don't know what player profile you would. Who has a couple top 10s, but then the rest are miscuts. It's very Spiethy. That Jordan Spiethy. I can live with that. Okay. Sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying retirement. Mr. Jones, who's in the chat, is also a retired postal worker. I think he was a carrier. He was a Marine. One of those guys. And Steve just retired. When was that, Steve? That was like January, right? Or end of December? Yeah, last week of December. Something like that. Got his Christmas money and got the hell out of there. Now he's down in Florida. Well, I'm just giving a little update. That's what I'm doing. I've been doing okay in the one and done. I've been a couple of top 10s season long. But I haven't had that huge week yet. So hopefully it's this week. All right. Got Gold Boy. I've been doing a lot of collaborating. Been talking to my buddy Andy Pope down in Florida. My boy CP is on the ground asking the tough questions in the press conferences. I've been researching. I've been reading stuff. I've really been thinking about it. I think I've changed my mind 50 times, which is probably not the best idea in the world. But I think I got it now. So I hit the record button. So, what do we know? We know it's a Pete Dye golf course. This is all the same shit. This is why I don't do this every week, because it's all the same shit. You got a Pete Dye golf course. You got the overseed greens. You got the playing in March, not May. You got course history. You got ownership, and then you make your picks. You do the best you can. So I really liked Colin Morikawa. Past tense. I had Colin, was building my lineup around him. I watched his press conference yesterday, and I was like, man, this guy's going to freaking win. He's going to win. My dad took Colin Morikawa and one and done. It's like, all right. The thing with Colin is, for me, my holdup with Colin is the wind. I thought that was the reason why he might have struggled last week at Bay Hill, because of the wind. If the wind's up, I don't know if I want to play Colin Morikawa, who I love, but so the wind might be a little tricky Friday afternoon. I think he's early late. He should get off to a good start. I've been told he's got an early tee time Thursday, so he might get off to a good start, but you might see him struggle late Friday. That's not good. And then the only other time the wind kind of picks up a little bit, it's like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock late Sunday afternoon coming down the stretch. The wind's going to be a factor. So the fact that it's even relevant, that it's going to be a factor, that's enough to give me pause. And then I see certain people are on him, and I'm like, nah, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. Maybe I'm wrong. I had put up a bunch of Twitter questions. Well, not Twitter questions. I put up a bunch of questions on Twitter starting beginning of the week. I think like 15 of them. All players related. And the first question, my first instinct this week was Will Zalatoris. And I think the reason for that is that he was such a popular pick at Bay Hill, and he was not good at Bay Hill. And everybody returned their toy, and they wanted a there wasn't going to be like my tweet was, does Will Zalatoris stink now? Are we done with him? And I didn't get a lot of. That wasn't one of the more popular. That was one of the more popular questions that was responded to. Didn't get a lot of engagement, but I just had a feeling that he's just kind of reading the room a little bit. Like, people are going to be off Zalatoris now, and he's 35-1. 35. That's high. Now there's this injury thing lingering. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't like him at, what was it, Genesis, where he finished 5th? So he was coming off of 5th place at Genesis. So everybody played him at Bay Hill, right? Because his iron numbers or whatever, his approach play was great. So obviously he can't be hurt. And then he shits the bed at Bay Hill, and now nobody wants him. So which one is it? Is he hurt? And that's why he sucked? Or was he just like cursed and mushed because everybody picked him, because everybody saw what happened at Riviera and said, oh, Will Zalatoris. Well, let's all play Will Zalatoris. Well, you know what happens? He finishes 50th place. Congratulations. Great pick. You're sharp. And now, doesn't seem like anybody's playing him. Now, there are some people that are betting him because his number is too high, and they recognize the talent, and it's worth taking a camp chance. And I agree with that. I can't. I'm not taking the top 3 guys. There's a couple of guys cursed up there. You got Florida guys. Everybody's playing Cantlay. Who else is up there? Who else is there? I'm gonna hit the button here. Don't get nervous. Who else is up there? You got Morikawa. We talked about Finau. I can't do Finau. Although he's been better on Bermuda. Sungjae, Victor Hovland, forget about it. Will Zalatoris is like the next guy, and he's the next guy, and he's like 14th in terms of. From top to bottom, the 14th is Will Zalatoris. So I want a winner. I want to pick the winner. And of course, any of those guys that I named above him could win. Zalatoris could gag a putt. Anything can happen. You have wind picking up. You got water all over the place. Whatever. I just have it's not like a hunch, but it's just like a process of elimination. But it's eliminating like 20 guys. Not to mention the fact that anybody from down to like the 7s or 8s, they might jump up and pop and win this week. You got wind, you got water. Who the hell knows? So I think that I'm going to pick Zalatoris. I try to get CP on the beat. I've been on CP since Monday. It's like, CP, find out what's going on with Zalatoris. Because Will Zalatoris said that he's just kind of trying to take it easy. He wants to be able to step on the gas full go by April or for April. Well, okay, for the Masters. All right, so none of this matters. These are all scrimmages. This tournament doesn't matter. We're just trying to gear up for April. That's all we care about. I mean, it's possible. And it sucks that I can't like play Zalatoris with like a high level of certainty. He's got to be healthy though, right? He's got to be healthy. And he wouldn't be playing. He needs reps. He took a lot of time off in the fall, or he didn't take it off. He had a lot of time off in the fall. So why can't he? I have nowhere else to go. I really don't think Scottie Scheffler's going to win. He could. I just don't see that. I have this thing with like Pete Dye and iron play and the profile of player that wins there. And Zalatoris is one of those types of iron players, like a Colin Morikawa. But I just trust Zalatoris more if the wind gets up. Personal preference. I mean, up until 3 hours ago, I had Xander, who I was going to pick to win, and Xander was going to be my one and done. Because if Cantlay is the chalky guy at 20-something% owned, and Xander is 11% owned, or whatever he is, play the lower owned guy. They're the same player, right? That's what I've been told for years. Xander and Cantlay are basically the same. So why would I play one at high ownership and not play the other at low ownership? Just fucking flip them. If Xander was super high owned and Cantlay was low owned, I play Cantlay. Seems to make sense to me. Now, Cantlay, you got the Florida thing. People want to just ignore that now because he played well last week. Fine. Go ahead. Good luck. I still believe in that. But there's also a Xander Florida thing. Now, you look at Xander's to the untrained eye, you look at Xander's course history, it's not good, right? A second and then 3 straight missed cuts. Okay. I understand. But almost like for 2 years, there was a thing about Xander at Torrey Pines, which still might kind of be true with the North course. Excuse me. Still might be true at Torrey Pines, but it was like his course history was a little skewed. You really had to know what was going on to understand, like those missed cuts. Some of them, he was like an amateur. They didn't even count. So, and Sawgrass, he started with a second, and then the 3 straight missed cuts. Well, last year's missed cut, totally explainable. He was playing great until he got a 40-mile-an-hour win on the 17th tee. The year before that, I don't know. So then there's 2 missed cuts before that. One year he was sick, and I remember I saw a video on it. I don't know which year it was. It might have been 2021. I'm not sure. It might have been 2019. One of those years he came in and he was sick. So he almost WD before the tournament even started. So you throw that one out. And then another year, which he may have been sick, may not have been, I don't know. He missed the cut, but he was coming from it. He was a really chalky play because he was coming in off of 2 second-place finishes. He finished second at Waste Management and finished second at Torrey Pines. He had 2 near misses. And then he went to Florida. He's never really been good there or played there a lot and ended up missing the cut. But then bounced back, had a decent run in the match play, lost to Scheffler in devastating fashion, and then finished second at the Masters when he should have won the Masters. I'm just saying, as somebody who's been following Xander for years and years, I know Florida hasn't been great. But all I've been hearing all week is how this golf course exposes your weakest skill set. So if you're bad off the tee, you're going to be in trouble. If you have a hard time chipping and putting, you're going to have trouble around the greens. If you don't hit your irons well, like this place exposes your flaws. And one of Xander's skill sets is that he is good at everything. He's not exceptional in any particular skill set. He might be pretty good off the tee, but when he's cooking, but he's not like an exceptional driver of the ball or a great iron player or great around the green or a great putter, but he's good. He's really good at all those things. So maybe he won't get exposed, and maybe this is a good golf course for him. And he can hit it both ways, and he's played here enough times, and he's kind of like a little miffed that people think he's got a shitty record here. And he hasn't really gotten into the flow of things this season. He was a little injured to start the year, didn't have some, but look at where he's won. He won the Travelers last year. He won the team thing at Zurich. That was a Pete Dye golf course. He played well recently at the TPC West out in at the Amex. The putting surfaces is not a problem. So I just thought, oh, you know what? It's Gold Boy week. Maybe I'll take a shot on Xander. But I decided I want to try to manifest this into existence and have this happen, but I feel like part of me is reaching, and I don't want to reach. The other thing with Xander, and this is more of a negative take. The thing that would bother me, hey, Augie, how are you? I remember I was talking to Andy Lack about Xander's career and him winning the gold medal and how that's kind of changed the trajectory of his career. And how it annoyed me that I didn't want his gold medal to be, I don't know, something you could mock. And that's kind of happened, if we're being honest. And I remember on that podcast, I had said, I don't want him to turn into some Ricky Fowler, some guy who just contends in the majors and he's good, and he's gold medal winner. Ricky's got the stupid Olympics thing on his arm, and I don't know. There's part of me that thinks, oh, you know what? Xander will probably win the Players and just become another Ricky Fowler, and that's the crown jewel of his career. And screw me. I could see it. I could see that happening. But I want him to win. I can't be great, but his career's not over if he wins this week. But just those Ricky Fowler comps. And Ricky didn't win a gold medal. I'm just saying. It's in that vein. I hope I'm wrong about that. We'll see. But ultimately, I'm going for Zalatoris to win. I'm just hoping he's healthy. And that quote about gearing up for April was just, maybe he just meant he wants to be ready for Augusta. That's all that, but he finished 5th at Riviera. And maybe this golf course kind of sits a skill set a little bit better than Bay Hill. You have to be on your P's and Q's. I guess it's the same thing here, but I don't know. It's gonna be a softer golf course. I just have there was that TPC Southwind comp, and I'm gonna go with Will. I'm gonna save Xander. I'm gonna bet them both, and I'm gonna fade Colin, and we'll see what happens. All right. What else? Where are we going next? Let me pull up. Let me pull this up real fast. I still need Andy to text me his team. So Andy, if you're watching, when the show's over, we need to get this done. All right. My supervisor is such an idiot. All right. So Xander's 10,000. Zalator is 88. I didn't have ownership, but I'm not worried about it. I know that I know Cantley is very, very popular. I think JT is pretty popular. I know Charlie likes JT, if anybody's interested in that. I don't like JT. I was talking to my brother about it. He likes JT a little bit. I'm not crazy about it. There was some talk this week about having to hit the ball both ways. Right to left, left to right, whatever. You know what both ways means. And Colin's one of these guys. There's talk of like he likes to play a high fade. And JT's kind of the same way, although we've seen JT move it from right to left, especially at this golf course when he went right to left on 18 and almost put it in the drink and lost the tournament. And we've seen him try to go right to left at 13 in Augusta and take himself out of the Masters. Still working on that shot. But if the wind kicks up, maybe live ad Justin Thomas late if he's hanging around. I don't know. Fee now, Victor. I'm not playing Matthew Fitzpatrick until that's TBD on that. Maybe Heritage much later on. No, next month. Jordan Spieth, Cam Young, Hideki injured. I think Hatton's going to be popular. I remember when they had Every Shot Live. I had Terrell Hatton that year, and he was disgusting at this golf course. Did not make the cut. Every Shot Live did not work well for me because most of the guys that I was watching were terrible. I could see Hatton being very popular because of his success in Florida and what he did last week, but I'm not trusting him here. I'm not going to play a chalky Hatton. Same goes for Shane Lowry, who's playing, I think, his fourth or fifth week in a row. He did play the Honda. Everybody else had that week off. And I know his recent finishes have been good here, but seems a little too popular, a little too mushed, and I'm going somewhere else. One thing I noticed, and Jason Day, he could F off. All right. I don't want to hear about a Jason Day resurgence. Before there was John Rahm, the most unlikable player for me has been Jason Day for many, many years. And I enjoyed it when he was not involved. And now he's back, and I can't wait for him to disappoint all of you. I'm not even wishing that the guy gets hurt again. But a WD at some point would be fantastic. I don't know. He's a darling, and I've never liked Jason Day, and I'm not going to start now. So F that guy. If you look at, I tweeted out the leaderboards for the last 3 years. There's always an Englishman hanging around the top. You got Lee Westwood. You got Paul Casey. There's always an Englishman laying around. All right, well, ball striking bastard. I'm going to play Tommy Fleetwood. All right, we're going friends and family, of course. This is our time. And I'm going to play Tommy Fleetwood because I want an Englishman. I'm not going to play Terrell Hatton. And I don't know if there's any other Englishman I'm skipping over. Fitzpatrick? No, he's hurt. Yeah. We're going to go with Tommy Fleetwood. All right. Well, friends and family, good Florida player. Gets the win picks up. I'm not saying he's going to win. I think the scores will be in the between 11 and 13, something like that. Just give me like a solid 2 under every day, 6 under par. Bullshit week, Tommy Fleetwood. T22. 6 under par. Can we handle that? He was bad at Bay Hill. All right, he was playing in Dubai. He's getting his season going. He likes playing in Florida. He's had a couple of top 10s here. Let's just play some golf. So we'll play Tommy Fleetwood. All right, so one of the more impressions or interactions on the old Twitter I got this week was I put a picture up of the top 15 in the OWGR. I said, which one of these guys who's in the field, all you Cam Smith assholes, which one of these guys in the field is definitely not going to win this week? Like, definitely not. Totally sucks. And without a doubt, the number one answer was Sam Burns. All these geniuses, all these know-it-alls, all these guys with their models and their data, all this bullshit, couldn't wait to throw Sam Burns right under the fucking bus and say he sucks. Doesn't belong. He should just WD. Doesn't belong in the field. His irons are terrible. He's so terrible. He sucks. Hate that guy. Fuck that guy. Fine. All right. So we're all out on Sam Burns. All right. I'm in on Sam Burns because I'm big on spite. And despite all you know-it-alls, I'm going to put Sam Burns in my lineup, and I'm going to ride or die with this guy because he does not deserve the bullshit that you gave him. This guy was in contention last year. Now, he was bad on Sunday. I'll give you that. All right? This guy won Valspar twice. He contended. We were talking about TPC Memphis. He contended there. He lost in a playoff to Abe Answer. I had Answer that week, by the way. He won Colonial. Nice, tight, narrow Colonial Valspar. Stay within yourself type of golf courses. Now, yeah, his irons are bad, but you know what? Those numbers could be skewed. He just finished top 10 in Phoenix. That wasn't that long ago. And yeah, maybe he hit a couple balls in the water at Bay Hill, so his iron numbers, approach numbers are a lot worse because of all the penalties and everything else. It's not the end of the world. He struggled at the beginning of last year and figured it out and then won Valspar right around the same time of year. So let's just relax and just out of spite, just because everybody's saying, oh, Sam Burns. Oh, Sam Burns. Definitely not. He's no way. Not going to win. No chance. It's like 80-1. 80-1. Come on. What are we doing? Can we take let's gamble here. We're gambling. It's a gambling show. Let's gamble. This guy's top 20 in the world, top 15 in the world. He's 80-1 at a very volatile golf course in Florida. That's hard. Like Valspar. He was good at the PGA West. He was good at Phoenix. It's not like he's had on a string of 12 missed cuts. This is 3 weeks ago, for Christ's sake. He's fine. Or he might be on this dark path and have a horrendous year. Might be an injury that we don't know about. Or the data is skewed. He's not broken. And he's 80-1, and we're getting like a fucking deal. He's got zero ownership, and we're trying to win $1 million against 150,000 people. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Sam Burns. Yes. I'm in on that. All right. You like that? I do. All right. Noah Matt McNeely. All right. So as friends and family, it's now Sam Burns isn't friends and family. He's kind of like a brother-in-law or an aunt that we like to have around every once in a while, chip in, but we're not riding it. Like, Sam Burns, like, he's in the family, but we'll see. We're gonna wait and see. He's like our niece's boyfriend. We want to hold the bus. But Adam Scott's in the family. All right, he's a handsome man. He's proven himself over the years. He's an Aussie. We love Adam Scott. All right, come on. Now, we're not expecting him to win. We're not really expecting him in the top 10. But, there's somebody he's somebody we can invite to the party. We know he's going to give a good gift, and he's not going to eat all the food, and he's like not going to cause any trouble. He's going to come in, ball strike his way around, probably get hit the ball in the water a couple times, miss some putts, but then make some easy birdies and just kind of, I don't know, I gave Tommy Fleetwood a T22, so I'll say a T26 for Adam Scott. All right, we'll settle on that. We'll be happy with that. We're just right outside of top 25. T26. Probably miss a putt on 18. But Adam Scott, crafty veteran, right? He's won at every Florida golf course. He's won here. He's won Doral. He's won the Honda. He's won all of them. Maybe not Bay Hill, but he's won a lot in Florida. Not worried about anything with agronomy or wind. He's Aussie. He eats wind for breakfast. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. His ownership isn't as high as I thought it was. There's a couple of the scrubs in there that people like. I'm going to go with old reliable Adam Scott. All right? Taking him. I got nothing bad to say about him. Like, I have low expectations. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not betting him at 80-1 or 90-1, whatever he is. No, I know. Top 30 maybe. But that's what I'm not going to gamble. Like, Sam Burns can win. Sam Burns can win. I'm not going to gamble. Adam Scott's not going to win. I mean, he's got, what's his upside? What's his ceiling? T15? T10? Maybe? But no. I've had this feeling before about Adam Scott where it's like, oh, sneaky. Oh, definitely going to contend. No, those days are over, I think. He's in Masters prep mode, wants to play well in the majors. Probably wants to play well here. And Jesus, Jimmy. God. Jimmy, we don't need this. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sitting here talking about friends and family and in-laws and everything else, and you just come in here and put a fucking death knell into my show. So thanks. All right. Where was I? Yeah, I don't have high expectations for Adam Scott. Normally, I would like gamble more and take somebody with maybe a higher ceiling, but a lower floor. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna take the T26 and move on. All right, so I forget who I have. I don't forget, but the last guy is the newest member of the family, Sahith Theegala. Guy's electric. Travelers last year was awesome. It was awesome. I don't care. I love the Travelers. I was there. I watched the whole thing transpire. Sahith on 17, making that birdie, walking to 18. Xander right behind them. It was fucking electric. It was so cool. Shout out Timmy Tommy Power. But that was somewhat of a Pete Dye golf course. Sahith. He seems to play well where there's trouble everywhere. It's like if the more trouble you give him, the better off he's going to be. And I have this theory, I've had it for years, that if I'm ever going to cash like a 5-figure payday on DraftKings, it's going to be with my guys. It's going to be the week that a Russell Knox hits or, Xander does well. Or just the right combination, like Lucas Glover, those types of guys. Like my guys, they're all going to pop at the same time. And obviously that hasn't happened because a lot of those guys suck. But we're going to try. We're going to try our luck. I know, I think that I have a proper combination of talent, ownership, leverage. Think about it. Xander, chance to win, high upside. If he hits, I don't have to worry about him. Zalatoris, if he's healthy, he could probably win. Sahith could be like a plucky underdog. Tommy Fleetwood, steady Eddie. Adam Scott, steady Eddie. No like winning upside expectation there, but just get me a couple yards, get me a first down. The risk, the low owned risk is Sam Burns. And I only have one of those guys, I think. Could something go wrong with Tommy Fleetwood or Adam Scott? Yes. Yeah, of course. It's golf. Yes, of course. But I think that if I can get Sam Burns, a top 15 talent, through the cut and to play well when everybody says that he sucks, and I get that one right, I think I'll be in good shape. And I have some credible guys at the top, in good shape. I just have a good feeling about this week. I got a good build. Mostly family guys. Xander, Sahith. Love Tommy Fleetwood, Adam Scott. Love these guys. Been through a lot together. Will Zalatoris. I haven't been on the Will Zalatoris train. Everyone just got off. So you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to hop on now. And Sam Burns. Everybody hates him. Sammy, I got your back. All right? Let's make this happen. All right. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Anything going on here? Yeah, CJ. What's up, man? Good to see you. First round leader, Tommy Fleetwood. My boy Boston Capper is on that. I think the first round leader has come in the morning wave off a 10. Like an extraordinary amount of times recently. So, and Tommy Fleetwood fits the bill this week. So there's your first round leader bet. If you're interested, it's not mine. I'm stealing it from Boston Capper. Does anybody have any questions? It doesn't matter. There's nobody here. So I have a couple of guys in the sixes I'm putting in a top 40 parlay. I like Ryan Fox, I think, is a little undervalued for a guy who's like top 25 in the world. Davis Riley, and only Davis Riley, playing better back in the Southeast. Dylan Fratelli. Dylan Fratelli has a thing for Pete Dye. It might be bullshit, but he's low owned. He's played well here before. I know I heard him on a podcast. I know he likes this particular golf course, and I'll put him in a top 40 parlay. What the fuck? And Kramer Hickok, who lost in the playoff at the Travelers, been playing well his last couple of events, played well here, and I think he's like 6,000. So I'll put him in the top 40 parlay. They're not all going to hit. It's a waste of money, but it's golf. You never know. Kramer Hickok, Dylan Fratelli, Davis Riley, Ryan Fox. A couple flyers in the sixes. Throw Gibb in there? Nah. Doug Gibbs stinks. I didn't need the roster for Telly. I really like my roster. I have money left on the table. I don't even know how much, but I got money left on the table. I was going to play Siwoo Kim, but apparently he's very highly owned. So there's no sneaky pick there. I figured the guys in the sevens, it'd be like Keegan, Corey Connors. I thought Adam Scott would be a lot more higher owned. He's not. People like Keith Mitchell. They like some Ben guy, Martin, Griffin. I don't remember. But no, I'm going to take Adam Scott. And I decided to take Fleetwood instead of Hatton. So those are kind of like my pivots. But I wanted a British guy. I know it's stupid. Rate may be racist. I don't know. But Lee Westwood, top 5. Paul Casey, top 5. There was another one. Might have been Tommy Fleetwood. Or Casey twice. I don't remember. I thought about Adam Hadwin. I thought about him. Come on, Adam Scott or Adam Hadwin. Come on, I can't. Can't not take Adam Scott there. Like Adam Scott was my last guy in. I almost played Tom Hoagie. I almost played Seamus Power. But I didn't have to because I saved so much money with Zalatoris and Xander at the top. I didn't have to. Sam Burns is cheap. Tagalo is cheap. So it's like, all right, let's just build this way. I don't know. I don't think I'll be duplicated. So that's that. Yeah, didn't play Russell Knox. Didn't play Lucas Glover. Oh my God, it's 9:30 already. All right. Can I talk about, I don't want to talk about like life. Things are a little rocky at the moment. But speaking of rocky, saw Creed 3. Listen, I like Michael B. Jordan. That movie kind of stunk. You want to come at me and tell me it was awesome? I'll fight you. The plot lines, some things just didn't make any sense whatsoever. And I'm thinking big picture here. So I was a little disappointed in that movie. That's usually what happens. You get hyped for a movie. You're excited to see it. The trailer looks good. Oh, this could be good. You go see a movie. That kind of sucked. So I don't really have to talk about that. But DM me. You want to talk about Creed 3? I just don't understand. Anyway, what else? Oh, the Giants. Oh my God. Nobody seems to care, and that's fine. I mean, this isn't a Giants podcast. I'm not a Giants influencer or anything else. But who's excited? What Giant fan is excited that we kept Daniel Jones? That's my point. No one's excited. It's like, we can't really do any better. Well, that's not what you want. That's not a franchise quarterback. I agree. You probably couldn't do better. But that doesn't mean you give the guy like $80 million. The first thing everybody's asking is like, oh, when can you get out of it? Well, if you want to get out of the contract, then why are you signing it to begin with? You shouldn't be supporting that. It's a bad contract. Well, you can get out of it after 2. If you want to get out of the contract, it's a bad contract. It's not like it's a steal. It's not a steal. Nobody's saying, oh, this is a fucking steal. It's not a steal. You're paying your shitty quarterback $40 million. That is not a steal. you're making no progress. You're staying the same, if not going backwards, because now you're paying a shitty quarterback $40 million. And I can't believe that my beautiful, wonderful general manager doesn't know this. It's preposterous. It's so frustrating. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. They were okay last year. They beat a lot of shitty teams. And then when they played a good team, they got destroyed. They got killed. They didn't belong on the field. So, yeah, let's bring it back. No, you can't bring it back. And what are you doing? You're bringing it back. That doesn't make any sense. I understand after your first year and you win Coach of the Year, it's hard to say, well, we kind of have to go backwards now because the season exceeded expectations, which it did. You can't sell that to your fan base. This fan base is fucking stupid. It's a fucking stupid fan base. And you shouldn't be trying to please them because they're dumb. They're fucking dumb. They're okay with a $40 million Daniel Jones. It's fucking dumb. They were 9-8 last year. If they go 8-9, they're not signing this contract. They missed the playoffs. Jones gone. Saquon gone. Rebuild is still in motion. But they won one extra game, and now they're fucked. They're fucked for 3 more years. It's ridiculous. And I don't know how a smart football person who watched the games last year doesn't know this. I will admit it's hard to go backwards after that success, especially after all the shit years that they had. But they're not ready. They're not close to ready. And they're not going to be able to operate. They're operating under this false notion that they're good. They're not good. They suck. They played the Eagles and got destroyed. They didn't belong on the field. That game was over in 4 minutes. They're not on that level. They're terrible. Oh, well, got to bring the quarterback back. Got to bring back the running back. Got to do it. Don't want to upset this fan base. That fan base isn't going anywhere. They're too stupid. They don't know any better. They stayed there the whole time. I cannot believe. And the first thing these people are asking is, when can we get out of the contract? So the Giants are fucked. I'm very disappointed. It's I don't know. I don't know who they're catering to. I don't know. Because who's excited? Who's excited? This guy is not Eli Manning. He's not. Who's excited? It didn't work. Because they went 9-8 instead of 8-9, you think it worked? Well, then you're the idiot that I'm talking about. Didn't work. They're not going to improve. Oh, they just got some wide receivers. No. That's what we heard with Eli. Eli just needs an offensive line. No. They just went to the playoffs with no wide receivers. They stink. And they can get wide receivers. They don't want to throw the ball. And they got to give Saquon the ball. They're bad. Oh, it's offensive genius. Okay. I'd love to be wrong about this. But yesterday was a bad day for a Giant fan. I don't know anybody that's excited. My daughter's excited, but you know what? She don't know anything. She don't know anything. Oh, they went to the playoffs. I know, but that doesn't mean they're good. I tried to tell her that, or I'm going to tell her that, her high school football team is not like a state championship contender. They might beat a couple of crappy teams, like a couple other small schools that don't really have a football program or whatever. But then when they play a real program, they're going to lose. And that's what happened last year. Oh, they beat Secaucus and they beat Windhurst and they beat Harrison, and they beat all these like really shitty teams. And it's like, oh, we're 3-0, we're undefeated, we're having a great season. It's like, oh, well, yeah, but now you're playing Heights. Like, you're going to find out if you're any good. And it was like 88-0. No, you're not that good. Oh, the Giants had like a cakewalk schedule last year. They played the lousy like AFC South. They played the NFC South. I mean, they got so many. And I don't understand. Like it seems so obvious to me. So that's why it's so frustrating. So yeah, they stink. It's unfortunate. I don't know what they're going to do in the draft. And I can't say that I care. Saquon's back. He's going to fucking torment me. Just some of these people are actually talking about drafting another running back. I want to shoot myself. I don't need this aggravation in my life. But I have it. Because my dad may be a Giants fan, but they're not the Giants anymore. They're not. I thought we were on the right path. But no, they won 1 or 2 extra games this year than they probably should have. And went to the playoffs, and that's a successful season. And we have to, all of a sudden, they box themselves in. Oh, well, now what are we going to do? They had no intention of keeping the quarterback. And now they're screwed. And it's frustrating. What did I want them to do? You know what? I can't really answer that. I probably would have franchise tagged them for 1 year. I would have gotten rid of Saquon the minute I took the job. That would have been my first order of business. Get this fucking guy out of here. He's such a distraction. But I'm not the GM. So enjoy your shitty football. All right. That's it. Thanks for listening. I'm sorry if I got a little out of hand. I can't help it. Morikawa to the bank. Mr. Jones, don't do it, man. It's not going to happen. Not this week. You shouldn't get this riled up before bedtime. Yeah, I know. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I don't know when I'll be back. Who the fuck knows? I am hot. Open the windows. All right. I will. Good luck this week. All right. Willie Z? Xander? Maybe? Thagala? And an upset? Sam Burns? Who sucks now? Sam Burns is really good. God, I hope he gets fixed. That'd be awesome. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I will, I'll see you around. All right. Where do I hit the stop button here? Oh, there we go. End stream. Okay. See you later.